In this video, I'll cover framing labels, and wall details with a framing schedule. When you're using the framing plan view and the framing is built, many of the framing elements and labels are displayed. There is a layer for the wall labels that can be turned on from the active layer display options. These labels will be displayed for those walls that have framing. This uppermost wall is absent of framing and therefore does not have a wall label. When the framing is built for a wall, the label is then displayed. For all of the framed walls, there is a wall detail that can be found in the project browser. This wall detail can be opened. You can modify the wall detail. This also corresponds in the floor plan view as we zoom in and look at the label for the wall detail label number 6. Wall details can also be opened by clicking on the wall, coming down into the lower edit menu, and there is a open wall detail tool. While inside the wall detail, if I scroll out a little bit, you can place a framing schedule for the specific components for this wall detail. Underneath the tools, schedules, and then framing schedule, I'll come down and place the framing schedule for this specific wall. You may notice when I've done this that the label callout changed for the headers at the top. That is because in the framing schedule, if we double click on it, come over into the label panel, it is using the callout. You can toggle that off and it will go back to using nomenclature for the header labels. Macros can be used to help annotate the wall detail. In the example of using a text box, if I come down, click in this area, I can type text into the box. You'll also see a macro panel underneath the global, and then for plan info, I'll select the view name. Then once again underneath the macro, object specific, I'll select the floor number, and then in between the two, I'll just type the word floor. This inserts both the view name, which will be the wall detail label, the floor, and then the floor number macro. This can be used to indicate what the text is for this particular label. Furthermore, that same information can be put into the framing schedule itself. As I double click to open up the schedule, underneath the title, I'll come in and paste the same text that was put into the text box. That information is then contained in the schedule for the framing detail. Wall labels and framing labels can be changed. To change the wall label, double click on the wall. On the label panel, currently it is using an automatic label. You can come in here and type a specific label such as entry wall detail. You'll see the wall label update and you will see the same update over in the project browser. Labels for other framing members can also be customized. As I double click to open up the glulam beam, on the label panel you can see that it's been specifically named upper and then a macro nominal size glulam beam. Also for the post, double click to open it up. Notice it is using an automatic label. If you want to specify a label, click in here. You can type in a very specific name for the label. That wraps up this video on framing labels, and wall details with a framing schedule. To learn more, please see the built-in help file as well as our other training videos. Thanks for watching.